But I think I'd like you to have headphones that are kind of like my Sony's. That I know it's a long cable and you don't like those, but it's the one that bunches up.
Yeah, I don't care. Good.
All right. Hello. I don't know who the first person watching today is. I know Brad was trying to get in and watch. Hey, before we go on, there's some people that have been talking about signing a petition to do the whole 2 Mile Fringe thing, to a petition to be able to vote for mayor.
Uh-huh.
like the city would want to annex people. You know, the city would be like, yeah, you want to come into the city, go ahead. That is the only way it's going to happen. You can sign all the damn petitions you want, but you're an idiot if you think that that's going to work. Just get all your neighbors together, 100% of you agree, and let the city annex you. You imagine the tax benefit for Toshlog Edition?
Oh.
It'd be nice.
I would.
All right. Ow! Guess I'm a little early.
Let's get back to your wake-up call with Phil Quinn. Brought to you by Phillips Drugs.
6:44 on your wake-up call. Temperatures are dropping. We started out around 41. I've got 39 right now. Jeff, what do you have?
39.
39, yeah. So temperatures are going to be dropping. There is a chance for some of that rain to turn to some snow, although no accumulation is expected. But still, it's that time of year. You put away the Halloween decorations, which if you haven't yet, do it. Thanks to those folks following us on Facebook Live. We've got 10 folks or so watching now. We'll usually get up to 25 or 30. So, Jeff, I know you look handsome today. You got a job interview? What are you doing?
No, I just broke out the long sleeve shirts. That's it. The golf shirts came out of the laundry yesterday and went up for the winter.
Yeah, okay.
Makes me sad.
A couple of things first. We talked about during our 5 things, which is the other segment that Jeff does with me at about 8:45. We talked about Miami and Ohio. We're celebrating the 150th year of collegiate football.
Yeah.
And it's called the Battle of the Bricks?
Yeah.
Okay, so Miami winning that game last night.
Yeah.
I didn't put in sports today, but I did see in the newspaper, Seton is not going to have a girls basketball team this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Not enough participants, I understand.
Wow. I didn't put that in sports, but that's an interesting thing, too. Okay, well, let's get to the news and what you got going on.
All right, lots of school stuff going on. And let's start with Red for Ed. That's the name given to a rally that's been scheduled for November the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result of that, Richmond and Nettle Creek schools, among schools across Indiana, that have announced that they'll cancel classes that day. It's to allow teachers to attend that at the Indiana State House and voice their opinions on things like school funding, standardized testing, teacher shortages, that kind of stuff.
I want to talk about this for just a second because I think we can all agree that teachers are underappreciated, right? I mean, they're educators, social workers, safety coordinators, school nurses, maid, stylist. I mean, a role for a teacher is a lot.
It is. You know, I think a lot of people assume that they show up 10 minutes before school starts and leave 10 minutes after school ends, and they get a 3-month summer vacation, and that's that. But that's not it. It doesn't roll that way.
You described a few gym teachers that I had at the high school. And I know that they're going to make up the day. And I honestly don't think that if you're an administrator for the school or you're a school board member, you didn't really have a choice. Are you going to fight this thing, really? Because then it becomes an adversarial thing. And so go ahead and go. Okay? So here's my problem. The optics are really bad. And I have a lot of people that are teachers that I know in my life, and they work really hard. But the optics are bad. You just got a $3,000 raise. It's not enough. It doesn't put you on par. We're still low in the state. I get all of that. And then you're going to go over to the State House on a Tuesday in November when they're not even in session. There's not even legislators there. I mean, they might be doing committee work, but it's a photo op. It's a chance to get your picture taken. I mean, I don't understand that part of it. And so timing just doesn't seem right to me. But you're not going to win that battle if you said no, we need you to stay here. And they are making up the day. I guess it's going to be on December the 20th. But I don't know. I guess look at it from the point of view from all of us who aren't teachers, because I think anybody who wants to be a teacher can. The jobs are there. But I was sort of befuddled about it. And I get the press release, and I think, that's the right thing to do, but I just don't know if this sends the right signal, and certainly is it enough to get legislators to wake up and go, oh yeah, God forbid, we got to change the whole way we look at the budget, we got to put everything into education first. I don't know that you're going to, how successful do you think this is going to be? No. And still we're waiting on why or how does a 3-time convicted alcoholic get hired as a teacher at Richmond? When are we going to find that out?
Well, that brings me to my next story. You're talking about intermediate school assistant principal Christopher Ross. There were some legal proceedings yesterday. He'd actually filed for a waiver of an initial hearing. That request was denied. His initial hearing has now been set for December the 2nd. Meanwhile, as you say, RCS refuses to say if Ross is on administrative leave or not, which I'm sure he is, but I want that official confirmation.
Yes,
yeah, and they cite personnel issues. But here's the thing. Okay, whose personnel issues? Is it your own? Is it something contractually that you can't say? Is it state law? Why can't you say other than the generic bland cover statement? Well, it's a personnel issue.
While you're over in Indianapolis on the 19th. Stop on inside and say, hey, can you give me some state codes so we can shut up these screwballs over here that are doing the radio thing? I just want to know, give me the state code you're quoting. Tell me that you're looking at how you're doing your hiring practices. Tell me how you evaluate to make sure that this doesn't happen again. I mean, how hard is that?
Yeah. And my question earlier this week, which I still haven't gotten a written response to, is, well, what if it had been a different crime? What if it had been what if it had been a child molestation?
Or involving a child in any way, shape, or form?
Right. At that point, can you say if he's going to be around children or not?
Yeah.
And if you can, then what's the difference? Because the level of crimes are essentially the same. I just want to know why you can't say. And again, I will say this, whether it's the Northeastern issue a couple years ago or this now, the absolute worst thing you can do is not say anything when it's public knowledge.
We're not going to go away, and Richmond does a really, really good job at this stuff. I mean, we had a press release about Red Ed Day, as soon as the decision was made, I bet, or very close to it. Bridget does a really good job. I don't understand why admit that, this person's on leave, and and we're going to be evaluating our hiring practices. I mean, you got to know that. It took us literally an hour to find out that guy had another DUI, and then another one,
and
then another one. All right.
Yeah. One other thing on education and teachers in Fayette County getting a pay raise, a $2,000 base salary increase that was approved this week.
Now, are they going to go are they leaving on the 19th too?
I have not seen any word of that.
Because Nettle Creek's going, Richmond's going.
Right.
Northeastern said, if you want to go ahead. So, doesn't that just look bad? Hey, we're going to give you a $2,000 pay raise. Hey, but I need off on the 19th. Sorry, the school calendar is set in advance a long time ago. So, I feel like I'm not beating up on teachers. I'm serious. Most underappreciated job that we have. I mean, it requires the most commitment and dedication of any professional job like doctors or attorneys. I mean, teachers are right there and completely underpaid. I get it. But why not go while the legislators are in session? Bang on their door while they're there. It's like trick-or-treating and there's no light on. What are you doing? All right.
And then I'll end with this. A new website is launched that's aimed at connecting Preble County employers and Preble County job seekers. It's called PrebleCountyCareers.com. It just launched this week. Already 2 pages worth of jobs up on that sucker.
Nice.
Some of the largest employers in the county, Neaton, Silfax, Bullen, among some of those. So if you are a resident and are a job seeker, or if you're a business that's looking for people, take advantage of that website.
I like it. All right, here's our question of the day. It's National Merlot Day. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a wine snob are you?
Is 10 the snobbiest?
Yes.
Okay. I will answer that question by telling you what I did last night.
Okay, all right.
My wife and I sat around and watched the Miami, Ohio game,
Yeah.
Miami versus Ohio game, and I was drinking a 12-ounce beverage, wine beverage, in a box that she bought from Target.
There you go.
So I think that makes me like a 2 or 3.
You got to watch out for some of those box wines. But they're, it is what it is, right? So I've got Tim Smock coming in that's going to tell us, he's not a wine snob, but he knows a lot about it. And some of the boxed wines come around. So I'm probably a 3 as well. If I can't pronounce it, then the only thing I do is look at the labels. If it's a cool label, I'm like, yeah, it looks good.
You know what we do now? Well, the first thing we do when we pick up a bottle is look at the alcohol content. And if it's not 12 or higher, that baby's going back on the shelf.
Just remember, drink responsibly.
On the things you eat and buy, then check out.
All right, I know some teachers are going to get all upset with me. I'm sorry. Coming up, we've got Wayne County Challenge. We've got 4 different people or groups that are going to be at 7:10. And then we're going to do Biz Briefs coming up at 7:45, which we get to highlight all the different new promotional things and ribbon cuttings and new products and all that sort of stuff. So we've got that coming up. And then Tim Smock at 8 o'clock. And then at 8:45, it's our 5 Things with Jeff Lane. There you go. Peace out, Boy Scout. I love teachers, by the way.